Welcome back, everyone, to the Pinnacle Cup, the third edition of the Pinnacle Cup. We have one more best of three to bring you today, and it's Travis and Hayes back at it again to bring you just that. Copenhagen Flames versus Anonymo. Winner goes to playoffs.
Yeah, big opportunity for both of these teams. I mean, we do have some, I would say, clear favorites in Copenhagen Flames, not clear cuts. Anonymo have got a lot of firepower and a lot of upset potential as well, so should be a banger.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one, actually. Of course, Anonymo have actually been playing quite well recently. Copenhagen Flames have been a lot more consistent in their online play, a lot more consistent than they were, toward the back end of last year. They're playing a lot better at the moment as well. We can see the league standings coming in right here. This is the final 2-1 matchup. Loser goes to that scary 2-2 bracket with Endpoint, Gamer Legion, Tricked, etc. Tomorrow. And the winner goes through as a 3-1 team to the playoffs of this event.
Yeah, I mean, neither of these teams want to have to come back and fight again tomorrow, Trav. You don't want to have to be here on Friday. It's as simple as that. Like, Friday, we all know how difficult the games can be on Fridays. So, yeah, you want to avoid that at all costs. And that's exactly what winning today would mean for both of these squads. So, let's bring up the rosters of the two teams, and we can make sure that we know exactly what we're getting ourselves into here in this matchup. Of course, Copenhagen Flames have just been making waves over the past, I would say, sort of 9 months, ever since they had their comprehensive results at the Major, obviously. Hooksy, Yabi, Nico Dodge, and really, I mean, they've stabilized. I would say it was a little bit shaky after the Major, but they've kind of solidified themselves as like the kings of tier 2, and then the upset kings from there up afterwards.
Yeah, and Roy especially has been, like, he's 28 years old, of course, but it feels like at the moment he's in the prime of his career, because he's having an absolutely insane run of results at the moment. Really a huge rating. I think he's at 1.15 right now over the last 3 months. I think his impact rating is like 1.2, which is just huge. And so impressive as well, and I think he's actually one of the highest rated players in this event as well. So yeah, pretty remarkable stuff from him. Anonymo, of course, the Polish side, a lot of names that we'll know and love from the Polish region. We've got Demo, Innocent, Oskarish, Veggie and Tudson. A lot of experience and talent in this team.
Absolutely. It kind of feels like there's a few players here who have been around the scene for a while. None of them have actually like gone completely above and beyond in their careers, though. We've all seen the glimpses and the potential. You know,
Yeah.
Tudson with Secret. We saw, Oscarish in a number of teams as well. He's been in the scene for a very long time. Of course, Innocent too. It feels like this might be the project, though, where we really see all these pieces coming together and finding their success and realizing that potential on a longer term basis. We've seen it on short terms. And Demo is a player that I also want to point out, very capable and actually destructive when he gets on a bit of a streak. So keep your eye on Demo as we get into the series. I'm actually a fan of the Anonymo team, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, actually, I do really like this team, of course. And Anonymo have had many different players from the Polish scene in recent times.
Sure.
They've had Snacks, they had Kylar, they had Kay, of course, who went to Sprout for a bit. There's a lot of players that have gone in and out of that organisation, but. Right now, they seem to be trying to settle down into a cohesive unit, and I think they're looking pretty good. I do believe we're going to have the veto ready for you in a couple of seconds, so I'm looking forward to seeing where we're going to be playing today. And there we go, as it appears in front of our very eyes. But first band's coming in, Dust 2. Of course, we love that. We don't like watching Dust 2 that much.
Exactly.
But it's our personal preference, so we love to see Copenhagen Flames ban it. And Ancient first up.
Yeah, I mean, not too surprising they're picked by Copenhagen Flames. I mean, I suppose with Vertigo being banned by Anonymo, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably would have seen that coming through otherwise. So Copenhagen Flames fall back onto Ancient, new picked up by Anonymo. That's their best pick, so no surprise there either. It is a map that the team really enjoy playing as well, though, so a bit of a catch-22 for Anonymo. And then Mirage is the decider. What's your thoughts?
This one, as I said to you in the pre-game, right? If you weren't if you hadn't followed these two teams at all and looked purely at statistics, you would say that actually the statistic would actually favour Anonymo, surprisingly. But we all know Copenhagen Flames are the better team. They are the favourites. I would say, as I said to you, I would favour them around about 60-40, something like that. I think Anonymo have got a good chance to show what they're made of in this series. I think if they wanted 2 opening maps, this is probably the 2 opening maps they would have been most happy with. So even though I do favour Copenhagen Flames, Anonymo, I think, have the best chance they could possibly have.
Yeah, I think they'll be feeling comfortable when it comes to the map pool for sure. And, a key element that I think what you need to highlight when it comes to both of these teams is just consistency. When you look at Copenhagen Flames, it's something that they're getting better at and they're improving on. And it was sort of probably the one thing that you could pick on was just their lack of consistency after the major, not really beating teams that they should be just thrashing in the server. And you play a stronger opposition, all of a sudden they look like a completely different team, like they're doing so well, right? So I think Copenhagen Flames have just gotten better at that consistency side of things. And it's something that Anonymo probably have been working on as well. When you consider the fact they haven't been a roster for very long, it does make sense that it's something that they need to flesh out. But the voice in my head, Trav, of which there are many, says that the match is live. So let's get things going.
Looking forward to seeing how this one goes. One thing I will say to add to a statistic as well is that Copenhagen Flames actually, as a group, are the top-rated team in this event. They are 1.17 over 6 maps, and actually Anonymo, even though they're also at the 2-1 stage, they are not even in that top 6 or top 5 highest-rated teams. So you can tell as a group that Copenhagen Flames are super impressive right now, and we're going to be going in toward fast site play already.
Yeah, bomb plants already going to be found here by the T side. No issue at all as the CTs look to try and play for the retake. And already they've got themselves numbers into towards Jaguar looking to retake Cave. And they will be able to trade successfully. Man advantage in play. There's no kit, so that means that they will actually be able to get things on the move on. Don't really have the luxury of time on their side. Hooksy and Nico Dodge looking to mount a bit of a defense before they relinquish full control. 1 versus 2. They know exactly where Nico Dodge is, so should be next to impossible for him. Just trying to tuck himself into the corner, but they force the issue and get the kill.
Yeah, they also noticed that Nico was one of the players who'd brought up utility. So 1 bullet went through. Obviously, you can tell how the blood splatter works when someone doesn't have Kevlar. So at the end of the day, they know it's just 2 or 3 shots with the USP in the chest, and it's going to be more than enough when a player is Kevlar-less. So indeed, it was actually quite a nice retake in the end. But a bomb plant, of course, and that means that Copenhagen Flames will go straight back in for the force buy.
Yeah, of course, with Copenhagen Flames choosing the map, it means Anonymo had the choice of sides. We find ourselves with them on the CT side here. Obviously, stock standard CT-sided map. They pick up the pistol round. Nice way to begin their campaign. Will be a force, though, as you mentioned. Let's see, what do Copenhagen Flames opt for? It's not going to be out-and-out aggression. They do have firepower to work with, so it makes sense they want to maybe try and take the round a bit deep here. Give these Galils a chance to feel out the round, poke and prod a little bit. Go fishing, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe there are some exotic fish on Ancient. Who knows? In the in
That's
the
true. You
rivers.
could find some like piranhas, maybe.
Yeah, in the jungle, perhaps. Exactly. Be careful with the piranhas, though. Of course, you do have
Yeah.
proper protection to deal with those. But they do have utility still, even on this force buy to work with. Do Copenhagen Flames, and Roy wants to try and make an entry toward the B site. Spots one, and I think he knows where the second player is as well. Actually, defending that site. Yeah, Nico will get tagged down in the meantime to 29 points of health. So at the moment, it's looking pretty clean for Anonymo. We're walking in toward A, and so often on this map you don't see an actual A site defender because it's a site that you can play retake on quite comfortably with the sight line from CT. And I think that's what they're going to do.
I mean, not a bad result for Copenhagen Flames considering their lack of utility. So the fact that they're able to get a kill is certainly going to be alleviating the pressure. And Yabi goes one step further. How damn good has he been recently for Copenhagen Flames? I feel like himself and Roy are probably the two players you want to highlight, right, when it comes to recent form. Nico Dodge as well. But I think that Yabi has been playing phenomenally well lately. One of the super reliable individuals on the side of Copenhagen Flames in the past few weeks.
Yeah, the entry king, Yabi, he's been absolutely insane. On Nuke, especially when we casted him a few times a couple of days ago, he on the entry is so accurate, and that second frag to get the player rotating in from Donut was the key one in the end. The fact that Demo didn't really understand or realise that they were already pushed up toward the site itself on the little boost spot. Yabi spotted him, sprayed him down, and he hit the instant headshot on toward the Donut rotator as well. And they're actually taking down some good damage here. Like they've only managed to save 2 guns, and one of the guns is an MP9. So Copenhagen Flames will be delighted with that start. And there are the Pinnacle odds on your screen right now, as you'd expect, of course. Copenhagen Flames are strong favourites in this one.
Yeah, I mean, and they sort of show us exactly why in that previous round, right? Getting across the line with Yabi's fantastic entries on the A-bomb side. Just to highlight his entry prowess, he attempts something around 24% of the entries on the side of Copenhagen Flames, along with Roy. They call it kind of almost identical attempt. And they also have an identical success rate, by the way, in 2022. So Roy and Yabi have just been doing a lot of the legwork when it comes to creating room and finding opening kills for Copenhagen Flames this year.
Yep. Hooksy, of course, the IGL for Copenhagen Flames will go searching toward Jaguar, but the MAC-10 will only get some damage in the end. But Roy's done a good job to take one back, and the deep Molotov is going to basically secure the bomb plant because Yabi's also in toward Temple and has the complete control of it. Zyphon will take Osquish in the meantime as well. So the force buy battles are going to go the way of Copenhagen Flames immediately, unless something ridiculous happens in the next few seconds. Nico can obviously trade that pretty quickly. Comfortable one for him, and he can play a tight line. Doesn't even need to peek any further, but it looks like he wants to. We've got the M4 to face, so should go down. And yeah, that was maybe a little bit over-aggressive from Nico. He could have just played in the cubby there and been absolutely fine, but we will be going in for a 2 versus 2. No kit, that's the problem. And Roy will actually lose his life, so it's going to be all down to Zyphon in the end. I mentioned how it probably should be a Copenhagen Flames round, but look at that! A running shot from Tudson. But the time's going to be really, really close.
No, surely not.
Really close.
I actually think he's got this.
Oh,
my God, that's outrageous. Veggie, what? How on earth have they made that happen? Copenhagen Flames dropped the ball in the most magnificent fashion. How have they lost that round?
On the green as well, on the beep of the bomb. That was
doesn't get closer than that.
That was remarkable. I'm amazed they got in. I mean, like Zyphon, right? Like he's putting himself into an okay spot there. If he gets one kill, he basically wins the round because of that lack of a kit. He can just spray in the smoke. He's got a Galil, which has got plenty of bullets in it, of course. And yeah, wow, that was a fantastic clutch round there from Anonymo. But of course, with the bomb plant coming in, technically, Copenhagen Flames' buy is just as good. They've got 5 rifles, and Yabi's already opened up the round.
Oh my God, not only has he opened up the round, he's pretty much sealed it as well by finding that second kill. Look at his team, they're already shifting themselves in towards the A site. Also just want to mention the fact that Copenhagen Flames, even though they lost that previous round, remember they still had an extra counter round loss bonus. They got $1,900 and the bomb plant. That's why they've got these AKs and armor, and Roy says, hello demo. We've walked all the way through the A-bombs, so completely undetected, gives them a rude awakening, and the force wars continue. Although you don't even want to call this a force buy, mate. This almost looks like a full buy coming through from the T side.
Yeah, it's technically it is force buy and force buy, but with that bomb plant and the money they got from the kills as well, It gave them 5 rifles and made it look very comfortable in the end for Copenhagen Flames, and they are going to equalise it again. I'd expect to see a force buy come back in again from Anonymo as the battle continues with the saved AWP, if they save the AWP, of course. And Tudson's been quite impressive as of late, hasn't he?
I'm right there with you. I feel like he's probably, himself and Vegi, I would say, are maybe the 2 players that you want to pick out when you look at this Anonymo team. Innocent's also been super reliable. I'd say Innocent has always been like... Okay, those are the kills. Really nice kills coming from Copenhagen Flames to ensure Anonymo don't get to save any of those weapons. But the thing about Innocent is like he's always good for like 2nd or 3rd on the scoreboard by the end of the map or series. Like you just know that that's what you're going to get out of him, right? Vegi, on the other hand, has actually probably been the one who's been impressing and surprising me the most on this Anonymo team.
Yeah, he's been doing very well, of course. We do have a couple of players on this team, of course, which have previous in bigger Polish teams. I mean, I believe Vegi has also, of course, had a little tiny stint in VP toward the end of their time as a Polish roster. But this is a group that's got a hell of a lot of talent. So I'm expecting to see good things from them in the future, even if they do lose today. I think this is a team that could prove to be a good upset team, and especially these sort of events. And they have actually made some upsets recently, even on this map. Exactly a couple of days ago. On this map during the RMR qualifiers, they managed to beat Apex, of course, who are a team that like picking Ancient, 16-11. So that was a really good win, and they've actually won their last 2 Ancients, have Anonymo. They only played 4, whereas Copenhagen Flames have played 7. So for that statistic alone, you'd probably favour Copenhagen Flames. But yeah, I would say that at the moment, Anonymo, as we said earlier, wouldn't be too unhappy with this map pool.
Probably not going to be entirely happy with the set of weaponry that they got going into this round. At least the one thing they got behind them is the stat line of the Force Wars, right? Every team that's Force Sport has gone on to win the round. So let's see if history continues to repeat itself. Will the trend keep up? Nice boost here for Vegi, looking to try and deny the bomb. But won't be able to do that. Should get the plant though, and does. Trade though from Roy. Through the smoke finds one. He should know Vegi's there as well, but doesn't even matter. The man I was talking up, he's found 2 sick kills, and the round is alive for Anonymo.
Oh no. He even swings for a 3rd as well, almost takes him, but Innocent's there on the trade. 2 versus 3 again for Copenhagen Flames to work out, and now it's only a 1 versus 3. Nico is in the position to do it. He needs another one though. There's a player coming in from the flank. He's going to get pinched, is Nico, and he will get pinched. Oh dear, another Diga round comes back. No one can win 2 rounds in a row at the moment. Oh my goodness, 3-2 Anonymo. They take the lead again.
And that's almost one of the most outrageous forces that we've seen being won so far because of the disparity between the 2 sets of weaponry that the teams had, right? Anonymo just with Desert Eagles up against like full rifles and utility. And, the boost there from Vegi was really good. I'm surprised, though, that he catches Royal with that 2nd kill. I thought, it's a boost. There has to be a 2nd player there. Almost should have been maybe just spamming in the smoke or something looking for that frag. But just look at the blue dots and the orange dots at the top of your screen, exchanging rounds back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I agree with you that I was surprised that Vegi got a 2nd. That's sort of a situation where, as you say, you probably would expect to see the immediate trade come in because it's a boost. And that boost, actually, the first kill that came in was a bit of a laboured one as well. It took him the full 3 shots with the Deagle to take down the bomb planter. So, yeah, it was... I would say, again, Copenhagen Flames would probably consider that to be a bit of a messy one, even though it's just at the end of the day, some nice shots were hit by Anonymo, and that's what won them the round. But on another day, we'll be looking back at the demo later perhaps and saying, okay, well, if we positioned ourselves here instead, if we played off each other a bit better, probably we win that round and finally break that streak. Look at that, all 3 of the Copenhagen Flames players all have the Pandora's Boxes gloves. They all match. Isn't that adorable?
Yeah, that is. I mean, I feel like it's been like that for a while, no?
It has.
On Roy and Yabby, I believe.
Yes, I believe so. There you go, see 2 of them right now.
Yeah, Nikitosh and Roy going to be boosted up here as well. Then York get into the round. Nikitosh immediately has the impact, lets it sing, and oh, it's beautiful. Opens up the round, opens up the site, and might even be closing up shop here as well. Do Anonymo even want to go for this in the 4 versus 5?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, they've got Osquish in Jaguar, but now Innocent's been taken out by Hooksy on that rotation. I think this round's probably over. They're going to have to 3-man save again. And once again, rounds go back and forth, and Hooksy with a little pre-fire. Oh, Osquish is gone as well. Wow. Okay, well, no one can string 2 rounds together right now. Nico with a lovely boost up, of course, thanks to Roy to get that opening pick, and they just, in the end, they didn't even take their time, right? So often on Ancient, you see teams and players make the decision to, take their time after they get an opening pick. Just play for the long term of that round and say, okay, well, 5v4, CTs will eventually have to look for information at some point. We should be able to punish them, but no. They just hold W, take the site, and it works out perfectly for them.
Yeah, I love the initiative that they take on that occasion as well, keeping it super simple, boosting up, finding the kill, and not really second guessing it, right? After that, they just commit straight up off the bat and they get the full reward for that as well. So, yeah, we're knee deep, man. And if this is what we're in store for the series, then we have a game in our hands. Obviously, this is the last game of the day, so we're hoping it's going to be providing the blockbuster entertainment. That's how things work in life, Trav. It's always the best things that come last. You've got desserts at the end of your course of meals. You've got the title fights, right? It's always the best fights at the end of the night, like the boxing fights in UFC. So yeah, we are last game of the day. It better put up, man. We've given it the highlight spot.
You have, and. It wasn't always an interesting one. When I saw this game scheduled around about 2 or 3 days ago, when the schedule was made, I thought to myself, okay, well, Copenhagen Flames, they're favourites, but this could be an absolute barn burner. And already we're seeing beautiful symmetry between the two, with the dots at the top of the screen, of course. One round each, continuing up to 3 in all. How long will that continue? That is the question. Innocent close toward mid. Mid's coming in, but he gets immediately entered by Yabi, of course, with that recovered M4, and then Hooksy pounces from the window as well. Is this where the streak is broken as we go into a donut?
Oh, looking increasingly likely. Yabi, is he not just a live wire at the moment? Just getting frags left, right, and center. Hooksy has to recover the bomb and get it towards the A site, but that's not going to be any trouble. The remaining 2 CTs find themselves over towards the B site, and they're locked in there as well. My goodness. Yabi, he is just making quite a case for himself. I must say, like, him and Siphon obviously are the 2 youngsters in the team, right? Both like 17 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I think Siphon was actually 16 when he started playing this team, but anyway, points in case is that they're the 2 youngsters in the team, and I feel like we're on par, but maybe this year I think Yabi's been performing slightly better in recent times.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Compare the two.
It's
not
interesting,
that I don't know
isn't
why
it?
you needed to, but I am anyway.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you, but like, it's interesting, isn't it, just in general, that you have Yabi and Xiphon. Yabi especially, who's like, as you said, Yabi and Xiphon, they're both 18, but Yabi is just an entry monster. Every single time he seems to get multi-kills when he goes for those entries. He knows exactly where to put his crosshair, and Roy's the same, and he's quite literally a whole decade older, bless him. So like, it shows that age isn't a barrier in Counter-Strike, but I think this buy might be a barrier for Anonymo. They're on a full eco, so I'll take this opportunity to say thank you very much to our partners, of course. You can scroll down and click the panels below the stream. You can visit AstroPay, you can visit MSI, who are currently doing a giveaway as well, if you head over to their Twitter. And we have our little survey as well for a chance to win some skins. So if you give us your feedback, maybe you'll have a chance to win some nice stuff. So get yourself involved. And also, it looks like Copenhagen Flames are getting themselves involved with the B site.
Yeah, it should be a very easy conversion to a 5th round here for Copenhagen Flames, building themselves a 2-round buffer. Actually, just more about keeping numbers alive. Look how much money they've got. What the? They've got so much cash on all 5 of their players, and that's only going to be increasing substantially.
That's wild, yeah.
Round. So
it's pretty crazy. It's in the space of 2 rounds. They had that 1 round where they were all 5 alive and everything looked fine and dandy, but they're gonna have another one. So yeah, unless they somehow lose a couple of picks of the pistols that are about to rush in, and then yeah, this is already looking very, very healthy on this T side. Of course, on Ancient, if you have good money, it's always a chance to get a good number of rounds on the board. As the lineup comes in, there we go. At least they get 1, but still. It's looking very healthy. And of course, CT side start with Copenhagen Flames picking this map. They were going to start T with Anonymo on CT, and you'd think that Anonymo would be happy with that, but at the moment, it's proving to be quite even.
Yeah, this is the gun round for me that's sort of going to, indicate where we're going for the rest of the start, because if Copenhagen Flames win this gun round, it feels like they really start to pull ahead. It does seem like they're in a really good place right now, Trav, and that's scary. When this Copenhagen Flames team is on, when they're a well-oiled machine, they're very difficult to go up against, especially on their T side, but big missed opportunity there from Nico. Should have found the first frag in the round. Now they're going to have to try and get that done elsewhere.
Of course, Nico is sort of an AWPer on this team, right, who can be incredibly flashy. And we saw like some of his, god tier plays at the major, for example. That play on overpass comes to mind. But yeah, also he can be just your sort of stock standard. Put him into a position and he'll deliver sort of player. So when he misses a shot, it sometimes is a little bit of a surprise. But this round is going to be an interesting one because even though Anonymo have got that opening pick thanks to Tudson, Innocent's tagged down low. And Copenhagen Flames are still insistent on going toward mid here with this deep smoke. So they can make some progress toward Donut if they really want to.
Yeah, it does seem like that's what at least Nico does. Is that Nico clearing out with the AWP right now? Just at least making sure they don't have any forward presence. Maybe keeping the option open as well, but with only 40 seconds left on the clock, I think that Copenhagen Flames are going to be committing into the speed bomb site. They do have a bit of utility to work with, but there's 3 players here from the CT's perspective, so this is going to be a tough breach.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're basically... Oh, hang on, Wallbang could work. Oh, Hooksy, he knows his angles, of course. Paper thin are the walls around the B site, and he'll get one back. Now this is vaguely possible, but there's still only 17 seconds to go, and they're rotating back toward A. Innocent should have a play, but no, Yabby again. Entry monster, and Roy's taking Osquish on the rotation as well. All the kills come through for Copenhagen Flames with about 15 seconds to go. What a recovery that was. Oh my goodness. And what a call to go back toward A as well.
With barely any time left on the clock, that's just Hooksy in a nutshell. Beautiful mid-round decision-making coming through from him. I just spoke about the prowess of Copenhagen Flames' T-side. Trav, how have they kept 4 players alive in that round? Imagine what the odds would have been on for Copenhagen Flames to win that round and keep 4 players alive when there was like 45 seconds left on the clock and they didn't really have much going for them, did they? They kind of just cleared out middle and they were working around B ramp and cave, but they just were kind of like, feeling things out. So that was just so sick how they transitioned into an actual execute and win the round. Really good call.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it also, basically in the end, the wallbang kill from Hooksy made such a huge difference because some rotations came in as well. Sort of halfway between a rotation and not rotating. And even though they had 3 players there, just that extra wallbang kill with such little time on the clock, and the fact that Yabby had thrown a Molotov and a couple of flashes over as well, sort of made their mind up. And in the end, it was just Innocent to defend toward A, just in case he was the insurance policy, and Yabby just ran in and destroyed him. So, unfortunately, it's that's the way it goes sometimes, and history's going to repeat itself in this round as well. Yabby gets another entry. I'm going to be fascinated to see his opening kills at the end of this first map. Hopefully I'll look for that statistic. Remind me, Hayes, because I want to see what that number is.
Oscar is looking to make a bit of a stand on the B side of the map. He doesn't have any support and he's just been baited in. Roy comes through, rounds out and gets the kill. 7-3 the in the scoreline. Ever since the Force Wars have sort of been, left in the dust, Copenhagen Flames have just left Anonymo in the dust, haven't they? They've just completely found their footing. And I've spoken about this a number of times in our casts before, Trav, in terms of which Copenhagen Flames you get when when they pitch up in the server. And, when you get the top form Copenhagen Flames, which is looking like the one we damn well got in the server right now, like this is a top 15 team in the world kind of thing, man.
Yeah, exactly. And as we said, beforehand, like as a group of 5, this is the highest rated team in the event so far. They are number 1 at the moment. With I believe, I'll just have a quick look for you. It's 1.17, their overall team rating over 6 maps, and the closest to match them is SKADE over 10 maps at 1.16. So we all know how good SKADE have been lately. So yeah, it's been a great event for Copenhagen Flames so far, no doubt about it. Roy is is the 3rd highest rated player, only behind Smooya and Dizon as well. But Dizon only played 1 map in the early qualifying stages, so I'm not going to count that one.
You ain't counting that. Nah.
Yeah.
That is not included.
But being only 1 behind Smooya, though, pretty impressive considering Smooya is an AWPer who will obviously be saving a lot more than Roy.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, we always love to see the riflers competing with the AWPers in those realms. Look at Roy trying to play around the fringe of the smoke right now. He's just looking for the slightest gap, but wasn't afforded that luxury. We'll hear the utility, though. So, got the information that there's somebody close, right? Heard the pin being pulled and all the rest. So, knows that they're taking full control.
Yeah, but Ancient's in sort of a weird state right now, isn't it? Where we know how CT-sided it was in its early stages. And then we saw the Major, where it was incredibly 50-50 at the Major, between CT and T-side round victories percentage. And now we get to see what it looks like in this one, and that is a lovely peek from Nico, out-peeking Tudson there. He's gone. Our Squish should be peeking toward window, but Yabby will hear all of this. I think he made one step, so Yabby should know, and they're going to try and fake it out. Zyphon will win his duel toward demo as well, and that probably seals around 4 versus 3. He's going to pick up the AWP because he's low HP, and there's Yabby's position taking down our Squish. They absolutely have Anonymo's number right now, and they are scouting them all over the map. They know exactly where they are, it feels like. It's all down to Veggie.
It's so difficult. It's so difficult for Anonymo just because of Copenhagen Flames. You know, all these individuals are so dialed in right now. Everything that they're doing right now, anywhere on the map is working out perfectly. You just have these like mini fights being taken all over, and they're all being won by the T side. So imagine how chaotic the comms are from the CT squad. Like there's one here, there's one there, there's one there. He's pushing A. He's like, no one knows what to do, how to react, and how to try and counter the situation. So Copenhagen Flames, they're just surging ahead right now on their map pick, giving us a masterclass on why they decided to pick Ancients and how to go about business on the T side as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Yabby's 14-3 on the T side. You don't usually see a dominant performance on the T side like that. That is just absolutely remarkable. And as I said, I think maybe 8 of those 14 kills are like opening kills as well, like entries as well, which is absolutely insane. As I said, I'll be very interested to look at that statistic after the map, see how many of those were openings.
Well, he's currently 4-1 in opening duels, and that was before the previous round.
Okay, so that's already proving that he's hard to face at the moment, as we can so see.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, Ancient, of course. It's so hard for the CT side. At least now the meta has evolved, because there are so many situations where just Ts can just flank, right? Like there are just so many openings. You can always flank toward mid. You can always flank. If you get through A, you could possibly have a backstab toward B. Mid is open so often, and it can be hard for CTs to really have a handlehold or a grasp mentally on what the other team's doing, because at the moment, as you can see, Copenhagen Flames are just, it feels like they have all the correct plays to stop Anonymo from getting any openings. And there's Roy's crosshair placement again, destroying Veggie as he shoulder peeks the cave position. Another opening.
That's exactly it, though, what you just mentioned, though, Travis. Copenhagen Flames have all the responses. They've got the depth in the playbook. They've got the strategic, and tactical know-how on how to counter situations. But not only that, but you couple it with their cohesiveness as a unit, their chemistry. It's what makes them so difficult to play against. It's like they're punishing every small mistake that you're making, and their little micro moves that they're making across the map the whole time are so well polished. Like their little micro plays they're making there, from transitioning from Jaguar into Cave, Roy working there to get that kill. Then you've got like little moves being made elsewhere on the map, but everything is, it's a hive mind type of play. Everybody knows exactly what's going on, and it's all with one plan in mind. So I just love watching. It's like almost like a symphony in motion. You don't even really want to fault Anonymo, because Copenhagen Flames are actually just playing really good Counter-Strike right now.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like, I mean, I said recently that Anonymo have had actually a decent record on this map. They've won their last 2. They beat Apex in the RMR quite comfortably as well, 16-11. And I expected to see a close first map, but with the way the T-side is going for Copenhagen Flames, I'm not sure it will be that way at all. They're absolutely dominating right now. As I so said, I mean, listen, I thought it would be closer, but we all know that Copenhagen Flames are the favourites. But a scoreline like this is a little bit of a surprise. After those forced by battles that they won to go up 4-3, they haven't looked back since.
Yeah, that's true, right? It felt like we were going to have the most back and forth map and probably series on our hands based off the first few rounds we saw here on Ancient, but it's been the complete opposite of that. Aggression from Tudson in towards A main, looking to try and impose himself here on the game as is Innocent towards middle. Oh no, big gunfight lost there. Overcorrects with the crosshair. Siphon's on the beat, and with that, it's another opening kill that goes with Copenhagen Flames.
Nico's been tagged as well, down to 41, but so the luck seems to go so far in this game, that tags don't seem to take down these Copenhagen Flames players. Probably Anonymo feel like they have 200 health rather than 100 health at the moment.
They've got some sort of extra layer of armor or whatever it might be. Oscar is looking to try and chase down Roxy, and he will do exactly that. There's a trade that's going to be coming through from middle, but Siphon won't be able to connect. Nice little sequence of events coming through from Anonymo, and they're going to be able to lock in their profits as well with the well-placed smoke grenade.
Yeah, that was really good. That was actually really good. Oscarish, they go aggressive with 2 players as well, so he has an insurance policy. He gets both kills anyway, and he hops back into Jaguar as well. So, yeah, that retains the 4 versus 3. And with the health not looking too good for Copenhagen Flames, this is a great spot to be in. But, oh no, Veggie gets timinged horribly there. We all know that position on the map, if a T swings it, it's the most powerful shadow advantage it feels like in the entire game. But with the timing as it so turned out to be, Xiphon got the kill.
Yeah, 27 seconds left on the clock, though. That's the problem. And Yabby fluffs his smoke. It's a bad one as well. He's trying to just take attention towards the A side of the map right now. Oh, he does spot the player behind the box. At least that's a bit of information. He's also got the AWPer and CT. Oh, that's a dink at range. And now they have to get the bomb in towards B. Oscarish is still here, locking down the line. 10 seconds left remaining. AWP looking to cross, and he'll just pluck him out the air. Drops the C4. Xiphon looks for the trade instead of going for the plant, and the round's over even though he gets the kill.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, though. Doesn't matter at all. Can I just point out something before we buy in this next round?
Yes,
Xiphon,
go for it.
16k. Yabby, 16k. Nikados, 16k. Like,
I want to be friends with those guys.
You could say they're rich. So a T-side save, even if he got taken down after time in that situation, would not have mattered one jot. That just shows the domination they've had in the previous round. That's the first time in a very long time I've seen 3 players maxed out on 16 grand. Pretty unbelievable.
I think that's also just indicative of how dominant they've been in these rounds that they've been winning. I mean, sometimes we see these situations where teams will go up in these sorts of, 9-4, 9-3 score lines where they've won a number of consecutive rounds, but it doesn't really feel like the scoreline does the game justice, right? In this situation, the scoreline does the game justice. Copenhagen Flames have just been steamrolling all of these rounds. There's Yabby always with the cap on. Maybe that's his source of power. Maybe it's to contain his brain from exploding because it's so big.
Perhaps. Remember we've seen the player cams before, and we always marvelled at how... Yeah, we go. We marvelled at how tidy Roy's bookshelf was. Look at
that's a 27-year-old room right there, as I said before.
It is, exactly.
Well organised. Got his life in order.
How smart. He's smart as well right now. 13 and 7, looking very good.
Ooh.
In and out of the server.
Anonymo could still salvage this half, though. I mean, 6-9,
Yep.
you actually almost forget the fact that Copenhagen Flames went on such a dominant run at one point. If they can make it that reality. Let's see, can they string the last 2 rounds together here?
That's a real question. Nico's looking for a duel toward Jaguar, but it'll be avoided for now.
Yeah, it kind of feels like the protocol here is here for the T side. Look, we've got cave control. Look how early it is in the round. Nico's been scoped in the whole time, so they know they haven't given any key information away. The fact that he's here right now, and I think that Copenhagen Flames are going to execute into B. Why wouldn't you when you've got such forward positions being taken up?
Yeah, they can just pounce with a flashbang here if they really want to. Smokes are going to be up as well. It's going to be a very hard defense. They might have to just play retake. I don't think there's a player that they can really... Yeah, I mean, all they really have left to them at this stage is a boost. So they're going to clear out the cubby. They're going to see the sites free. And on a full gun round, we see a 5v5 retake about to come in. Veggie's got the right idea, but unfortunately there's a pillar in the way to block those.
Looks good, but yeah. Is indeed going to be the retake coming through from the CT side right now. They've got the kits in play, smoke, couple flashes, HE grenade, but time is ticking. Well placed smoking towards cave though. That's going to have a big impact.
Yeah, they've got 3 toward that position. They're going to have to peek aggressively at some point. They can't just leave Hooksy isolated. In comes the flashes. In come the defuse kits. Can they get the opening picks to get a player on the bomb? That's the question. Tudson finds one, and then wallbangs are going to be coming in as well. Who's going to hold the bomb? Who's going to hold the bomb? Now they're going to hold the bomb. The spam's going to come through, though, and it's way too easy for Copenhagen Flames. Sure, the damage isn't great. Might all go down to the bomb, and they all do. All 3 of them go down to the bomb, but it doesn't matter. Who cares? One jot. Who cares? Copenhagen Flames up to double digits now, and that was a really nice hold with that wallbang, of course. Paper thin. The plywood, of course. And we see so many kills come through for that wallbang when a player jumps on the defuse, don't we?
Absolutely, really good defense on that bomb side in the end from Copenhagen. It was looking dire. I mean, I thought Anonymo actually had like the perfect retake coming through. They got themselves a couple kills initially and were doing damage, but then there was just a flurry of frags from the T side in response. Now they're looking to really inflict some pain on their opponents to make this an 11-4 halftime scoreline. Oh man, Yabby knows there's a very good chance maybe there could be some sort of mischief coming through here in the round. Obviously, Anonymo trying to compensate, I would say, for their lack of firepower by getting a little bit more creative on their CT side.
Exactly. Only have those 2 M4s and 3 MP9s. MP9's basically a mini M4 from close range, but it's going to be hard to deal with when you've got the long ranges, of course, of angles such as this that NiKo is holding on this map. Last round of the half, as we said, at least Hudson does get his opening, and that's Yabby, the king of the half, down so far. He was 16-4 before this round. He'll end off the half 16-5, still very impressive. But the kills come back in response. So nice from HooXi. That was a really nice peek onto Innocent as well. Innocent will be shocked, really, that HooXi's still holding that. In the meantime, NiKo's clearing out B as well.
Just loving the protocol-based game we're seeing here from Copenhagen Flames. Just playing so fluid, so liquid, just molding to the situation. You know, not afraid to take a bit of initiative, push through into the side, try and get some information, see what's potting. Problem is that the bomb still could get cut off. Could get cut off from the rest there. That's exactly why Roy throws the flash that he does, and actually Veggie gets the kill. Second part of the setup though, Oscarish pounces. He does indeed catch Roy with the Molotov in his hand. Only 19 seconds left remaining as well. This is going to be so tough for the T side. How do they save this?
There's no way. They just get the kills, and they're not going to be able to. Oscarish takes Siphon. Really well played, and now NiKo can't really find the bomb in the smoke. This is over. He'll switch to the AK and try and run back toward the site, but there's not really much chance because there's still a player here in demo, and that will end off the half at 10-5 for Copenhagen Flames. That'll be a half that Copenhagen Flames will be absolutely delighted with, and the most crazy thing is it actually could have been better if they didn't lose those opening force buy rounds that Anonymo got. So Anonymo will feel like they still have a chance in this game, but the only reason they still do, really, is because of those force buy wars at the beginning of the half.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's definitely given them a bit of a reprieve here. It's definitely given them a lifeline in the map. Let's see if they can work with it. Is going to be Anonymo with, I'd say, not a must-win pistol round, but certainly a big one. Copenhagen Flames with a very classy T side give themselves a huge buffer and advantage shifting into the CT side. It's going to be a very fast-paced play here in towards the A-bomb site. Oh, Siphon, he just plucks Veggie straight out the air. Great first kill.
The lovely opening pick. At least let them have a bomb plant. That's fine. Saying that retake on the CT pistol is not something that I've always seen a lot more of as of late, and it can always work out. They've got one flashbang on NiKo, and they've got the kit on HooXi, and in we go. But it's in toward the close ranges of Temple, and Demo gets all three. Great stuff from him. HooXi has to answer back, and probably needs one more as well, considering he's only got that kit and no Kevlar. Oscarish is in position as well, but in the end, the kit does go down, and it's all down to NiKo. That kit's irrecoverable, really, as well. He's got 1 versus 1 to play, but Demo's wasting the time perfectly here. 3 kills in the round already. NiKo does pick up that kit, and he's trying to face down Demo, but Demo's playing the time beautifully. This is a perfect example of how to play the time in the pistol round, dance around the boxes, and 4 kills for Demo seals it for Anonymo, and they stay very much in touch on map 1.
Yeah, it's really nice from Demo, though, the fact that he actually gets himself in Temple initially to find the 3 kills on the players looking to retake. It's exactly what we see now in the highlight reel, locking it down. I mean, difficult kills as well without any support. Also had to avoid the flash, and then he gives us a really good display of a different skill altogether. Not just, you know, good mechanical ability in terms of hitting the shots, but even just playing the timer, using the audio cues there, and just keeping himself alive to win the round. Pistol round does go the way of Anonymo, and off the back of that, they're just going to be streaming straight into the speed bomb site, not wasting any time on this occasion, only against USP, so it was almost a free round off the bat, but yeah, there won't be any pitfalls.
Yeah, I like this call from Copenhagen Flames. It's quite a close game, right? They would have felt like they've been dominating, really, but it's actually only a 4-round lead, so they're going to go for the full eco and get the guns in the next. It's going to be a clean-up for Innocent and Veggie, make that 3 for Innocent against the USPs, and now Copenhagen Flames can go for the buy, of course. If they want to, they can get a glass cannon AWP as well, but they're not going to commit to it. NiKo will go with the M4 instead, so it's going to be a full set of 5 M4s, you would imagine. And as I said recently, of course, on a map like Ancient, I don't mind seeing force buys on Inferno, for instance, on the close ranges on CT side, but on Ancient, I do like to see, I like the idea of saving, not buying up the Deagles again. We saw how it worked in the early part of the half, but it's nice to see a difference in variety and a different choice from Copenhagen Flames in the second half to avoid those battles.
I think it's also just something that's become a lot more popular with the M4A when airstrike costing $2,900. It's made this a lot more viable, going for the full save in the second round after losing the pistol on the CT side, and then just buying up the M4s. Do you kind of lack utility if you don't really find many frags in that eco round? as we do just have a few players reconnecting to the server. I mean, considering the fact that Copenhagen Flames find themselves on the CT side here, you know, you probably back them to win the map, right? Like there's still a lot of unanswered questions, I would say, just in terms of what we're in store for here from Anonymo's T side and how good they're going to be. You know, can they actually maybe, you know, upset the apple carts a little bit here on the T side of Ancients and go against the grain? Or will Copenhagen Flames, as expected, sort of just take the 1-0 here as we go to MOUZNXT? I mean, yeah, I'm kind of keen to find out. What's your thoughts? Because for me, it feels like Anonymo are starting to come to the party.
They are, and as I said, I think they'll be quite happy that they've managed to get away with those 5 rounds in the first half, considering the dominance it felt like Copenhagen Flames had. When you win a half, I think that has to be like super unusual, right? When you win a half with 10-5, when you at one point have had 3 players on 16k, that probably doesn't feel like enough, right? At the end of the day, it's a weird one, but I do agree with Nuke coming up next. Like that one again could go either way, and Anonymo really do like that map, so I'm feeling a 3-mapper in this series, honestly. I said so beforehand, but we'll see how this first buy round goes. Zyphon had a quick audio issue, but after a quick restart and a round reset, we're back underway again. So not much of a delay there, thankfully.
Oh man,
look at this.
Yeah, this is a little bit disconcerting right now for Anonymo. Molly will surely displace Roy. Yes, it does. He takes so much damage before he decided to commit. That means he's actually pretty much going to end up taking 100 points of damage to the fire and losing his life out in the round. So Anonymo kind of gifted an opening kill there. That Molly was just supposed to be a bit of crowd control.
It was. Roy will burn to a crisp, and now it's going to be a tough one for Copenhagen Flames on this defense when, as you said, they just do not have much utility because of their decision to buy on this round. Just 2 smokes and a flash left. And Anonymo are just waiting those out at the moment. I think they know, obviously, they know the situation. They know the Copenhagen Flames have chosen to buy it on this round. And they probably know that they, as you say, they're quite skint on utility. So let's see how it goes. Yabby peeks nicely. It's another opening for his team as they defend the site. And HooXi's here as well. That drops the bomb in the open as well. It's going to be all down to HooXi though, because Nico has been taken down. They need support, and they've got the support. Zyphon's here as well. So they recover it into a 2 vs 2. They know Yabby was still here earlier on, but Yabby once again is accurate enough to get a quick headshot. It's all down to Oscarish in a 1 vs 2. 14 seconds to plant the bomb. He's being held by Yabby as well, and another headshot is hit by Yabby. Finished off through the pillar. That puts him up to 20 kills now in this game. And basically all thanks to him, they recover the 4v5.
I mean, mega situation in the end coming through there to make sure he saves the day for his team. Anonymo, unfortunately, you know, it felt like they ran out of utility very early on in the round there. So when it came to the business end of proceedings, didn't have enough to aid their cause. And, I mean, Yabby just continues here in the second half as he was in the first half. He's up to 20 kills now, leading the charge.
Exactly. Zyphon, over his audio issue there, also got a very important frag in that defense. Just that one was enough to take the pressure off a little bit. Yabby could just hold the angle aggressively, as he so likes to do. Interesting round coming in here from Anonymo. They're buying up 4 rifles, of course, going for the full force buy. And Demo's actually got some control towards CT doors right now, and he spots HooXi, but HooXi's too quick. The arm shows, and he finishes off the kill, and the timing for Tudsden is not great, unfortunately. Zyphon gets another. And Copenhagen Flames are now starting to show some more superiority once again. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, very nice shot there coming through from Oscarish, maybe giving Anonymo a bit of a lifeline here in the round. Still a lot of time left to play with. The problem is it's only 1 smoke and a molly. And obviously it's a full investment here from the T side as well, which means if they lose this round, it's 13-7 before they can afford to buy again. That's going to be a really difficult spot to come back from.
Exactly. It's looking rough, and HooXi's going hunting as well. Could be on a fast flank toward the mid window here. Is he going to be here quick enough? He was last spotted towards CT doors, so they have no idea that he's rotated all the way around. But will he be too late? No, he's not going to be too late. 1 free kill, and look at this. Roy's here as well. Good fight from Oscarish, but now he's the last one left. And HooXi's position works out for another. Very well played there from HooXi. That's like the AWPing ability, right? So often you see the AWP get a pick in one place and rotate to the other portion of the map because being mobile is so important to keep yourself unpredictable. HooXi just does it with the rifle there. Spotted once towards CT and then goes all the way back around for the flank to get 2 more. Insane.
Yeah, I mean, just good decision making, good awareness in general, capitalizes on the situation that sort of presents itself. And I think that just also comes down to initiative taking and not being afraid to make mistakes. Sort of a system I think that Copenhagen Flames have developed really well, especially when you've got youngsters, you want to give them that free will. You know, someone like Roy as well loves to make plays. Nico dodges the AWP too, you know, wants to have that freedom. There's going to be the full eco coming through from the T side now. As I mentioned, it would indeed be the 13-7 scoreline if Anonymo lost that previous round, and now it's more a case of Copenhagen Flames keeping players alive, right? They want to just try and build up a bit of an economy and get themselves an economic buffer here.
They got the opportunity to do just that now. And they haven't got the AWP out yet, so we've got more things to pull out of the hat. But at the moment, there's being nothing pulled out of the hat by Anonymo. They only get the 1 kill thanks to Tudson. Siphon goes down, but it doesn't matter. Copenhagen Flames will increase their lead to 13-7, and the odds will widen ever further. 6.8 odds now for Anonymo. Don't forget, those are match winner odds, not just map winner odds, so that's for the entire series. Don't forget. And don't forget, you can scroll down and click all the panels below the stream as well to get involved with our partners. You've got MSI, you've got AstroPay, you've got our survey as well, where you have a chance to win some skins. Get yourself involved with those. MSI also doing a giveaway, I believe, on their Twitter, so have a check of that. And now we get to see whether Anonymo can, after this timeout, have a discussion about their buy round coming in, if they can stay alive. T-side Ancient, it's hard, we all know that, but we've seen it happen before.
I mean, when you consider the fact that a couple, I'd almost say the bulk of their rounds came from those 4 spores, you know, towards the end of the first half, it's not like Anonymo have really given us much to sort of getting inspired by here on Ancient, right? I would say maybe, you know, that slight passage on the T side where they won a couple rounds at the start, there was something where it looked like they might be competitive, but it does feel like Copenhagen Flames are still on a pathway here to seal their map pick. And this gun round right here is pretty much the one that's going to, you know, give us the indication as to whether that's going to be the case or not. Do Anonymo keep themselves alive? And it looks like they're going to try and get another round back here with a very aggressive play in towards the A side.
Yeah, Nico had his AWP out, but he only got caught a little bit towards CT, but it might not matter. He's being peeked dry, unfortunately. Anonymo, you can't peek Nico without flashes. He'll get 2 after his first miss, even on lowish HP. Demo does take Yabby in the meantime, but Nico, now he's in a very tough spot. He hasn't even fallen back once, so he might get another kill here. Back turned, or it's actually HooXi who takes it. Doesn't matter. And look how far away Demo is. He was on that lurk, on that position to try and take down the rotators. And now it's a very tough situation. He's trying to find the diffuser first. He's actually winning the first duel toward Roy, but the bomb is planted behind the box and the diffuse can be held. That's unfortunate. He felt like if that bomb was open, planted, I reckon he had a chance in that one, but not to be. And it's 14-7 confirmed. Double the score of the Polish side.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is exactly the strength of Copenhagen Flames being played out right now. And you can even see it in the numbers. Everybody's contributing. You know, they've got a team with which you pretty much have 4 reliable, you know, strong players who are always mechanically going to be contributing in Siphon, Nico, Yabby, and Roy. And actually, HooXi, you know, he's no slouch either in the game of Counter-Strike. So when he's contributing the way that he is, it's just like gravy on top.
Yeah.
You know, to make Copenhagen Flames just like so tough to try and play against. And we're seeing that like right now, like I said, Anonymo try to get cute and aggressive into that A side, but they just got completely shut down by Nico. And this time, it's Roy and HooXi. Aggression in towards Jaguar, and it's just a complete clean sweep here from the CT side.
That was just, you know what I said earlier about how Copenhagen Flames have the highest rating as a team in the entire event over the maps they played? Well, look at the scores. They just peaked like as a cohesive unit there. 2 for HooXi, 1 for Roy, 1 for Yabby, 1 for Nico, and 15-10, 13-8. 21-9, only 9 deaths in 23 rounds. 20-18 for Roy. Like, it's just an absolutely perfect team performance. And the only thing that they can look back on and say probably could be fixed is those rounds in the early stages where they forced sport back and forth and lost a few ones that you wouldn't expect them to. So other than that, we're looking at probably like a 9 out of 10 performance on map 1 for Copenhagen Flames here. It's been super impressive.
I couldn't agree with you more, mate. I could not agree with you more. It's not like their opponents have just been playing poorly and they've been able to punish them win the rounds. They've actually been playing some really well-oiled, strong Counter-Strike. And look at HooXi. He's just in no man's land, on an island, by himself. Just exuding confidence right now, as is Siphon. I mean, Anonymo, they barely even able to get any control, let alone have a look at the bomb site. More trades. It's 2v2. Oh, big miss shot.
Oh, big misses from Nico. Yeah, that's he's missed a couple this game, but he's tend to make up for his misses previously. But he actually misses the second shot this time, which is unusual. So it recovers it into a 2 versus 2, basically thanks to Veggie. Can they keep this game alive? That is the question. They recovered the bomb. Nico is watching toward mid right now. Does he get the timing? Oh, he hasn't checked his left. Now he'll realise it. Is there a few bullets flown in his direction? They're going to make their way back up toward the window. Molotov toward the back boxes in mid to try and clear that out, but both of them are rotating toward B. It's going to be a clean 2 versus 2 coming in here. Siphon gets spotted, and that's a lovely third kill from Veggie. It's now all down to Nico. Can he make up for it? There's one, but Innocent is creeping to his left. Should be a kill for Innocent coming in here. Going to about blindside him, and there we go. Only just, but Anonymo stay alive.
I thought for a second there that the timing might just work out in Nico's favor. When he steps around the corner, Innocent fires the shot, gives his position away, but doesn't get the kill. Literally like the worst case scenario where your heart just sinks and you kind of just want to die. We've all been there, but no, thankfully Innocent, who's had a really rough time of it so far here on Ancient, will be afforded the win in that clutch situation. And with that, it does keep Anonymo alive, 15-8. I mean, how can they take this? Can they make this competitive? Ooh, I like that hoodie. That's one of the new Copenhagen Flames hoodies. I want one.
Yeah, I want
one really badly.
I know.
I think there's something like 400 Danish krones.
Something like that, I think. Yeah, I remember. It's funny you should say that because I have actually had a look before and seen that. And I was like, oh, that's a nice hoodie. So if Mr. what's his name? Is it Daniel Vorborg, the coach and manager? Is that his name? I believe. So if you're listening right now and you're watching, just drop us a message in the DMs. Hook us up. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. I'm kidding, of course.
Oh,
but anyway,
man,
the game could be over
amazing.
here. We're rushing in toward B. Line up. Oh, damage done. Yabby. When he gets one this time, the MAC-10 and AWP is actually going to trade quickly. The MAC-10 will jump straight into Roy, though, and look at the bomb. It's in the open, and he even hits the wallbang on Oskrish as well. That's just a guess as they walk up toward the site, and it makes it a 3 versus 2. What a play.
Yeah, what a play indeed to get the man advantage here for the CT side. Job not done just yet, though. Veggie at least has got some positional control in towards the depths of the site. Will be able to capitalize on that, and Innocent pounces as well. It's just HooXi left alone in the 1 versus 2. Might be a bit further forward than what they expect. In fact, look at this. They're just heading straight in towards the A bomb site. Thankfully, HooXi's just close enough to get the audio cue, so he will be ahead of the game on the rotation, but still going to be a tough clutch, isn't it?
Oh, Veggie's making more noise as well. He's going to be running away. Reload will be heard. So HooXi has a slight play on this one. This is very, very doable. Instant slow, pushing towards CT, and there's the kill. Now it's a clean 1 versus 1. Veggie is full health, basically, and HooXi is as well. HooXi's going to be creeping in. Oh, it's missed the timing on Veggie crossing. That's a really good find or really good reposition from Veggie. Can HooXi find it? Oh, did he see him? I think he might have done. I think he might have just caught the shoulder. He's waiting for the play. Now he's certainly seen him. Man, Nade can be thrown in as well to do a little bit more chip damage. Swing comes in from HooXi, and of course HooXi wins it. He has a defuse kit. He has plenty of time for the defuse, and look at him. He's grinning. Everyone's grinning. They've won the game. They've won map 1. And we're going to go into map 2 of MOUZNXT to see how this series plays out. I thought it was close, but Copenhagen Flames are on hot form today. See you after the break to see how this one pans out.
Withdrawing with AstroPay is really simple. Go to your favorite site and choose AstroPay's withdrawal method. Then type the amount that you want to withdraw, type your mobile number, and click on the Confirm button. Now, enter your wallet with your usual credentials and Your money is available in your wallet now. Decide if you want to extract money or buy on your favorite sites. Get the app in your favorite store or visit us at www.astropay.com.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pinnacle Cup. Copenhagen Flames looked on insane form in map 1. We're about to see how map 2 goes. It's Nuke, it's Anonymo's pick. Do we have an even series coming up?
I mean, listen, Anonymo have been beasts on this map lately, and it's looking like they're trying to beast their way into the round here as well, getting down the vent, but they've lost a couple of players, and I think that the bomb's been dropped behind as well. Nico dodge phases through the smoke, and he gets the reward.
Oh, no.
He sees the flashing C4 right before his eyes, and it's also only Tutson. I think he was one of the first players down the vent. He looked behind him, and he was by himself. Trav, that's not a nice feeling. It's like getting lost at the supermarket. You've lost your mom. You don't know where she is.
Been there.
You don't know where anyone is.
Been there, man. I've been there. It's
Oh,
times.
God.
Doesn't even has to break the glass as well, so they know exactly where he is. It makes it even worse for him, unfortunately. 1 kill for Roy, 1 kill for Zyphon, 1 kill for Hooksy. 1 kill for everyone. Can Tudson get any more? Some damage would be nice to at least build up some cash for the upcoming rounds, but I would doubt it. It's an unlucky situation again for Anonymo, but the fact that also Copenhagen Flames get to start on the CT side now, as Anonymo obviously have picked this map, this could build up a big run already.
We're just on the same wavelength here, mate, knocking it out the park. That's exactly it. Copenhagen Flames find themselves on a very comfortable map of the, in general. And on top of that, they have the luxury of starting on the CT side. The one thing I will say, Anonymo have looked so good on Nuke lately. The two notable results are beating Tricked so comfortably. They beat them 16-5 and 16-4 this month. So those are like really good results against a team who are very strong on Nuke in general. So
yeah.
Anonymo have proven that they've got the class on this map. So let's see if they can stand up to the might of Copenhagen Flames, who weren't just like, it's not like they just won the previous map because they were better on Ancient, right? Like they were just looking like a better team in general.
They were indeed, and of course the full eco is going to come in as well. They're going to get the AKs in the third, which is probably the best thing to do in this situation. Oscarish, last alive with the Glock, trying to get 1 kill, but it's not to be. Yabby will leap in with the MP9, and he started where he left off on map 1, it has to be said already. Up to 4 and 1. I'll be very curious to see how many kills he gets in this entire series as a group. I'm going to actually have a quick look. Hayes at the opening kill statistic. You take it away for a second. I want to try and find that stat from
Alright,
map 1.
well you grab that. Yeah, no problem. We do have the first gun round coming through, and have a look at those Pinnacle betting odds. 1-9. I mean, just so much in favor of Copenhagen Flames because of the fact they're up 1-0 in the series and here on the CT side right now. Let's see how this gun round is going to end up playing out. Do Anonymo have what it takes to try and mount some sort of a... mount some sort of a strategy? Is it going to be aggressive? Is it going to be passive? Let's see how they go about business. Try to sink their teeth into this half. Oh my god, Roy, just with the perfect timing. Innocent's had a tough time of it so far here in the series.
Okay. Yabby got 23 kills in map 1. Yeah, and Yabby got 5 first kills as well, FYI. So it was not as much as I thought, but still, it showed that, especially the fact that, the second kills, in fact, he got a second quite often, right? Like, he always multi-killed, it felt like. But now it seems like it's Anonymo that needs the multi-kill, and they have actually got one to deal with the player holding secret, and Demo might have control of B-side. So they might be able to get a plant here. If they take down the MP9 toward ramp, they're going to be in pretty good stead, I'd imagine, especially against the scout still of Nico as well. They haven't got a kit either bought up, so if they get the bomb planted, it should be a pretty hard retake.
Yeah, that's true, and Oscarish is doing a fantastic job to try and create that space to get the bomb plant. Demo up close hasn't even been accounted for. He pounces and gets the kills. All of a sudden, the numerical advantage has been swung into the CT side's favor. And Roy and Zyphon, well, how are they going to go about this one? Roy needs to get in the act, coming down the vents discreetly. He might have the element of surprise on his side here.
He's going to try and swing it wide. You'd imagine to check it. Yeah, he does check it properly. Reggie goes down, but let's take a lot of damage. But the damage is done to Anonymo as well. Look at the health. It's not too strong. And yeah, another frag comes in for Zyphon's MP9. It's all down to Oscarish. 1 versus 2. Can he waste the clock enough? Has to swing, though.
Oh, my goodness.
The fact they had another Molotov. Oh, that basically seals it. Roy's being very careful not to take a tick to that Molotov, of course, because he would go down in just 1 tick, being on 10 HP. But yeah, another great retake. That is not one that I expected to come through, it has to be said.
Yeah, in the end, it actually was very successful, right? Roy gets a quad kill in the round. How on earth does he find so many kills? I mean, he opened it up first of all with that spray through the smoke onto Innocent, and it was actually looking like a pretty easy round for Copenhagen Flames, but a good effort from Anonymo there to get themselves on the B side. Probably why they've been so successful on the map recently is the fact that they're able to still navigate the situations in which they have a disadvantage, and they did a pretty good job in that 5v3 on the B side. As you say, it was actually looking like they were going to win that round in the 3v2 at one point, but Roy just finds the perfect kill and stays alive, and it just takes the bait. He just does everything really well in that round, not just the fragging side of things.
Exactly, and Yabi's doing even more work as well. This is only a half by sure, but look how accurate he is. Oh my god. That is, I can't tell you, like, that's almost harder than a gun round, right? Trying to take down pistols, rushing you down, and he just hit all 4 headshots. He's up to 8 kills already. What is that? I know people will say they're eco kills, but that was just so clean. Unreal.
Yeah, it doesn't really get better than that. Look at the money coming through off the back of it as well. 4-0, great start for Copenhagen Flames. They picked up here on Nuke where they left off on Ancients, and dealing with a round like that is also important, right? Because you're always going to get tested with something like that as the CT side on the A-bomb side of Nuke. So the fact that they actually do just shut it down emphatically is just like a really good statement made here by the CTs.
Indeed. Now they're in a rough spot of, again, having a poor start to their opening T half. Copenhagen Flames kind of pulled away at the beginning of their CT half on Ancient. It was a force by battle toward the beginning of that first map, but still, they need to find a way to get some gun round progress here. They've got the smokes, they've got all the utility they could ever wish to have in this one coming in, but Nico has his AWP posted. Hasn't had to do much so far. Spots the Molotov being primed there. That's information. Tries to timing the shot. Unfortunately, he's not even showing himself as of yet.
Does look like they're going to be trying to make their way in towards Secret here. Always good to just fall back on the percentage plays. Try and keep things as simple as you can when you're finding it tough on the T side. They do still have options available, though. Player on top of the roof of mouth, and you've also got a player in lobby as well for Anonymo, so might actually end up committing here in towards B, even though the bomb is here. Spotted out by Roy. He's here by himself. Calls support to come through from ramp. How do the T's finish off the round?
It's going to be a hard one. A hard one indeed. Zyphon is going to be here. He's ready to swing at any single moment. Tudson, Demo. They should be able to trade him at least 1-for-1, and yes, they do. They do exactly that. It's actually Roy to get the kill, funny enough, because they were doubled up in that position. But of course, Roy doing more and more damage, waiting for the player dropping toward the back of the site. Oh, he actually almost gets that kill still, even though he dropped off the rafter. But I was going to say, Innocent should probably get it, but the time's a problem. And in fact, it's a huge shame that they've taken way too long to get that bomb planted. Oh no, that is a bit of a shame. I really thought that at the end of the day, Roy, even though he doesn't get that third kill, he wins the round purely from staying alive for so long.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's one of the better positions we've seen Anonymo be able to get themselves into. But once again, Roy just says, no, he's 9-1. Yabi's 8-3. These were the two chiefs in command on Ancients. The Chiefs in Destroyer, and they've been doing the same thing here on Nuke as well. But that round right there, they just like snatched a victory from the jaws of defeat there, right? I mean, it was looking set for Anonymo, but they didn't have enough time, even though they had that positional control. So they're going to be buying back in response, yeah? You know, they've obviously brought 3 AKs into this next round. But it's a 5-0 start for Copenhagen Flames. Remember, guys, show some love to all our partners. You can scroll down and check them out below the Twitch channel. We got MSI, who are running a really sick giveaways for which you should certainly be sure to check out and try your luck. Of course, you can also, if you are feeling lucky, give us some information in our survey here on our Twitch channel. Scroll down, as I mentioned, and you can stand a chance to win some skins. And then we've also got AstroPay, our online payment service, as our partners here at the Pinnacle Cup.
Absolutely. And the buy, of course, for Anonymo is a bit of a rough one too this round as well. They've got a 1 Gorilla, 1 Deagle. Yabi's going to sneak his way down the vents as well, just holding for the pressure to come through from Dawn. They actually might decide to go for something similar like that. And then for the outside smokes, the deep ones, of course, to cover off Garage. But they're just going to keep holding lobby at the moment and might even walk toward ramp. It's just a fake with those smokes. And they're going to be forcing themselves into Nico. How many can he get from this ramp position? Hasn't got a kill yet in this game. Hasn't got how many people to aim at, but there we go. How quickly things could change. Of course, he gets a collateral, and he can fall down toward the site as well. Could be more. There'll be a jump down perhaps, but now they hear the scope, they're going to decide against it. Not going to want to feed the beast even further. But it doesn't matter. Roy's there to help as well. It's all down to an AK and a Deagle.
Oh my god, at least that AK is able to sing and find itself a kill. Tutson will upgrade as well. But it's a big advantage for Copenhagen Flames, courtesy of Nico Dodge's heroics. Not much time left with her either. It looks like they're probably just going to try and take contact in towards the A site, and they've actually spotted Yabi out. Actually, very good decision making out of Yabi there to step out the way that he does, and he even proceeds to push forward after that as well. I think just both of those Anonymo players were caught off by his aggression.
Look at this, Hayes. Both Yabi and Roy, we know they're insane on you because that collateral is shown beautifully on our replay there. Thank you very much, production, for that. But Yabi and Roy, both on 10 kills. They've won 6 rounds in a row, and they've got 20 of the kills already. That just shows the prowess, as I mentioned earlier, of those two players on this team. If they're on form, how hard is this team to beat? Oh, no. It's unreal. And now look at this. It's going to be an absolute lineup toward ramp. Zyphon actually does well to get only one, to be honest, as he's getting wide swing by Mac 10s. But the damage is significant.
Well, man, we've got Roy on the scene right now. He has been the player who's done all the damage. Could get over launcher by the Tech 9. So up close to personal. No, how did I ever doubt our Lord and Savior? Copenhagen Phallums. It is Roy who's got the job done. And it's our very nice smiley face. It is our very nice smiley face. Incredibly difficult to face is Roy. And he's going to have a field day on Twitter later on, I'm sure, at the success of this game. It's all down to Demo. Should be able to take the AWP, but no. Nico just pulls out the Deagle. And even though he looked destined to be taken down, he just destroys him. And that kind of sums up the start of Anonymo's game, that's for sure. If anybody, follows Roy on Twitter, then you would get our reference. Very entertaining Twitter account, I must say. So clever. He's I kind of see him as like, that's true. I think it's become like the meme, right? Roy is like Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, right? He's so clever and so like, witty with his humor. It comes across as like a bit, how do I word it? You've got a timeout. You've got a timeout to figure out what word you want to use here. Well, hopefully I don't need the full timeout. But the point is that he keeps it very simple, and
he does.
Like I said, it's all intentional, right? Like the way that he tweets. That's like the Mr. Bean effect. Like he's intentionally
intellectual humor.
Yeah, it's like it's all ironic. He's all done ironic, which is what makes it funny.
Exactly.
But he does it so much that if you just followed him without knowing that, you might.
Does he actually? I did have a friend actually. I did have a friend who messaged me, I think, a long time ago when he first started doing it, and said, Is Roy joking? And I was like, yes, don't worry. Roy is certainly joking, but he's not joking in the server. Hayes, look at this, 13-2.
No joke in the server. The only one laughing right now is Roy. He's the only one who's running around. Big smile on his face right now. Another opening kill comes through from him as well. 7-0. This is the gun run for Anonymo. This is on their map pick, Trav. This is on the map that they, supposedly are supposed to be competitive on. But right now, it's been one-way traffic.
Roy gets another one as well there before he goes down too. So again, doubles up with a multi-kill. Nico missed that. A bit of an easier shot again. He's been a bit quiet today, Nico. He hasn't had the best of form so far. But it doesn't matter when Yabi and Roy are performing like this. Tudson scouting toward outside. It's only him and Demo left. It's about to be 8-0. I've got to say, it's been a long time since I've casted a game where a team has had a 7-0 lead that hasn't turned into a 7-1, and who knows, it might still do so. Demo has taken Zyphon, sorry, that was comedic. Has taken Zyphon as they go up toward Heaven, so he might have a play, but it is being watched for, and he spots the player toward Vent. So I think they're still kind of locked in, even though he got that pick in response.
Kind of feels like the problem is that they're just on polar opposite sides of the map right now, are Demo and Tutson. And Tutson's got an AWP, so very strapped for maneuverability. Going to try and go towards ramp, but he's been spotted. Great shot through the edge of the wall. Unfortunately, the molly is going to stop him from being able to make any play. Oh, Demo gets the kill. He's got a smoke to extinguish the flames. That means Tuds can go through. Yabi's on the scene. No, perfect place to get the first. And he gets the second. Beautiful response from Yabi.
Of course. Would you have it any other way? On Copenhagen Flames right now. And they've broken the 7-1 curse as well. They get the 8-0, the clean 8-0. Look at the odds.
They've got 27 kills, Travis. 27 in 8 rounds. They're averaging more than 3 kills between the two of them per round right now.
Oh my god. Absolutely unreal.
27. That's more than the whole server combined outside the two of them. All 8 other players. Yabi and Roy are playing 2 versus 8 right now.
That is a really good point. That is unbelievable. That's the first. I think that's probably the first time in all our casts. We've done a lot of casts.
Yeah.
I don't remember a domination like this so early on. So remember this one. Remember this round, because it might not happen again. 27. More than the entire server put together. Just over 2 players. Unbelievable. HooXi gets 1. Yabi defending towards CT vent. Could have good timing. He has rotated around to that position. They don't have a molly to force him out. Just swings wide, but this time
nice shot.
He gets countered. But HooXi, when he's hitting headshots as well, it's hard to face. And HooXi, he's here to play. If it's not Yabi and it's not Roy, HooXi, the IGL, just steps up and takes 2 as well. Can you believe it? Well, 3 in total.
The joke is, they're rubbing their hands together after they get the kill on Yabi, and Roy could get timed. Oh, he does actually somehow still get a dink there. I mean, I felt like Innocent at one point was going to get knifed, then it felt like Roy was definitely going to go down. In the end, Innocent gets the kill, but it doesn't change the outcome of the round. As I said, the joke is Anonymo are rubbing their hands together. They finally, have something to get happy about because they killed Yabi before he has any impact. But then HooXi's like, mate, that's, he's just one player. I'm here as well. Reminds them with the Swift triple kill. This could be a Swift series.
Yeah, it could be. It could be 9-0. Anonymo Tomat's going to have to come in to try and make something happen here. Oh, boy. What's the question? What do you do from this position? Like, what's left to do? You've used that. I feel like even at 9-0, you may have used up your favourite tactics at this sort of stage. And Copenhagen Flames have just countered every single one of them. That's the problem, of course. Picking nuke, starting T-side, this can happen sometimes. Especially when you're against the favourite. What a rough one. Reminder, of course, that this is the 2-on-1 matchup. Whoever wins this does commit their team to playoffs. So Anonymo won't go out. They're not eliminated if they lose this game. But they do go into that scary 2-2 bracket with a lot of talented teams.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, the problem is it's not like they're going to be feeling good about themselves by any stretch of the imagination if they lose the game in the fashion which is looking like it's going to be right now, which is a very swift 2-0. Yabi again finds the opening pick. Of course, it is the anti-eco on this occasion. And the remaining 4 players are all going to be making their way down the stairs in towards Secret. Roy is here. Probably the last person they'd want to have to go up against right now. He is just not missing a shot or a beat. The thing about Roy is he doesn't have to make it look pretty either. He just gets the kills. And it's all 5. Again, between the 2 of them. They don't share. They don't share. Someone needs to teach these guys to share.
What is this? I've never seen domination between 2 players.
32 kills. 32 kills in 10 rounds. They're still averaging more than 3 per round. Which is just massive if you think about it.
I can't believe that, man. What I'm doing, I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. The last 2 rounds, I've screenshotted the scoreboard and I've saved it just quickly because I want to remember this and I want to, I want to remember it for the future because I just don't think I'm ever going to see this again. Obviously, this is a lot more impressive now, 32, than when it was before, 27. So new screenshot, new save, just as impressive, but. Oh, God. Look at Nico. He's 4-1. He hasn't had to do anything.
Yeah, he's just coasting, man. It's like, guys, can you just give me something to do here? Wants to earn his paycheck, but just not being given the opportunity by Yabi and Roy right now. Carrying the team on their shoulders. Oh, man. Okay, 10-0. Anonymo, this game has gotten away from them at a rate of knots.
God. Oh, God. And
they've gone...
Go on.
Yeah. I was just going to say they've gone Anonymo on the server.
Oh, dear. I mean,
nowhere to be found.
Anonymo are anonymous at the moment, I'm afraid. See, oh my.
Oh,
what?
bro, but these guys, like, no wonder they played the way that they did at the major. No wonder they can go up against tier 1 teams, take maps off of them and upset them. And I've said it so many times, they've got two sides to them. And this is just like the best looking Copenhagen Flames out there. It doesn't get better than this.
Yeah, I mean...
When Hooksy's hitting shots like that.
Okay.
Bruv.
Right.
He's like, he said to Roy and Roy and of course Yabby, boys, like, I'm gonna get in on the act here as well. Just sit back for a round, please. 1 to 80. Those are your odds.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to be technically speechless. I can assure you that I'm never speechless because it's my job to talk, as it is for both of us. But
yes.
This is
pretty close. This is about as close as it gets to being speechless.
It is. This is one of the most remarkable CT nuke performances I've seen in a while, and it's not even like they've out-tacticked Anonymo here. They've literally just run around and headshot everyone. Like Roy, Yabby, and
I would say
just killed everyone.
On Ancients, it felt like they were playing like much better team-based counter-striking chemistry, but here it's just been like brick walls.
Look at this.
They got climb burst into the A side here. Yeah, it's Yabby though. Just you can't frag him. You can't get past him. Immovable object. Adds a third to the tally, and he makes it look so easy. He literally looks like he's smurfing.
It's like I listen. I'm not one to use the analogy much, but as you say, right now this looks like a huge mismatch. This looks like Global versus MGE or whatever.
Boys against men.
Yeah. It's not what I expected, I have to say. Anonymo are good on this map, and Anonymo have had good results against good teams on this map recently. So have Copenhagen Flames, but did we ever expect anything like this? No.
I mean, listen, it's not finished yet. It's not over yet. It's the CT side of Nuke that they've got to look forward to in the second half. Maybe, just maybe, there's a world in which they can fight back, but they need at least 3 rounds. Anything less than 3, it's game over. They've grouped up. They're waving the white flag. A team who are so good on the map. I'm just going to be trying to go with brute force 5 through ramp right now. At least they trade Siphon. In fact, they don't even trade him. They get the kill on him without losing anybody. And that's might be the first time they've successfully gotten an opening kill. Now they're going to the jaws of Yabby, though. Able to find the first. He's a live wire, not missing a beat. How many more can he get is the question.
Oh, they're just going to drop into him as well. He's up to 13 HP. Shouldn't get one more. He doesn't, but he still doubles down again. And it recovers it into a 3 versus 3. No, it doesn't. It's a 3v1. Just as I mentioned it. How does this keep happening? What is going on? Roy's 21 to 4. Hooks,
have we missed something? Are we? Is this the warm up? Are we casting the warm up, Trav? Have we gone ahead and made ourselves out to be fools again? Or
they have 41 kills in one half between them. That's a new screenshot. Saving that one as well. 1 sec.
For me, if they just keep up the average of more than 3 kills between the two of them per round is the average that really just blows my mind. Because if you're averaging 1 kill per round as a player, you're doing actually a really good job. So 3 kills between 2 of you is huge.
Yeah. That's just, yeah, I have nothing to say. Listen, I put my heart and soul into my little speech earlier about Anonymo, saying, listen, they could possibly gonna try a few different things here. They've already tried outside, they've already tried ramp, they've tried B, they've tried a fast A play. Listen, I can understand if they feel out of idea as well. Now it's 13-0. They must be very much out of ideas now. It's an absolute clean sweep on CT at the moment.
They're still not full forcing, which I don't know if I should commend or just like question, because I feel like impressive. 9 times out of 10 a team just forces in these situations, right? The game's too far gone. They don't want to be playing for 14-1. They want to at least try and make it 13-2, so they're just going to force. And it's also kind of the mentality of like, we've already had so many gun rounds. They haven't been working. Why are we committing to saving for one again? Let's get Galils and armor, you know. Try something out of the ordinary. It's very rough though for Anonymo. I actually feel a bit sorry for them. Innocent does look to try and make a play, but I think he's been spotted out, and with the P250 actually, oh no, Roy from the heavens, was he playing with them? Oh, Siphon gets a triple kill towards ramp as well. Unfortunately, the player outside was trying to just take attention there, maybe try and pull like a player from ramp or something, but it doesn't even matter. Siphon gets all 3. Job done.
Of course. This time it's Siphon to show up. This time it's a combination of him and Nico getting some of the kills. Nico's died once on CT side so
in 14
far.
rounds.
He's got 5 kills. He's had to do absolutely piss all in this half because everyone else is owning to the state of having 42 kills between 2 players. Oh my goodness. Look at that KD. Have you ever seen a KD of 22, 2 and 4? Probably not, right?
Not recently, mate. Not recently. I mean, 22 kills and a half is just absolutely insane. And you consider the fact that this is on the CT side of Nuke, it just makes it even more crazy. Innocent is going to be able to traverse his way down towards Secret. It was very audible, so Roy definitely gets that information. And that's why Yabi's already in place. However, the player in Secret's just supposed to be a fake right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's basically making a play. But look, Roy's already flanking. Roy's got into this position flanking Secret already. He didn't even have any information that it was just one player, and he's still trying to flank. Yabi could get taken down here and should be, but no, again, an 88 in 3 with an AK. Classic AK-47. If you don't hit the instant headshot, the M4 will face you, and there's Knife the Orb tapping away. Gets a second as well, thanks to Hooksy. But the trade's coming instantly. Here we go. It's 14-0. It's their last chance to get around on the half. Can they make it happen? No, they're not being allowed to. Of course they're not being allowed to. Roy just flies up the vents. He doesn't give a shit. It's 24-4 for Roy. It's a 15-0 half. What are you supposed to do?
45 kills between 2 players in 15 rounds. 45 frags, mate. 45 of them. The entirety of Anonymo have 9, 13, 17, 21. They got 21. The whole team of 21. There's 45 between 2 players. And this is just, there's not much you can say about this besides the fact that it's been outright domination. Copenhagen Flames have pitched up in a monstrous way, and they make such a big statement here as well by dominating this match and getting themselves into the playoffs in this fashion.
They do. Can they make it a clean 16-0? Will we have the 16-0 meme? That's the question. They might. Yabi gets the entry to a demo. It's all down to Innocent. Can he hit the taps? Gets one, but he gets gooshed. Will have to fall away. 4 versus 4. Siphon holding to the flank. Gets one. Gets both. Of course he does. No. And it's all down to Veggie. He's caught in the open. It's all down to Innocent. And he's going to get flanked by Roy. Of course, they're giggling. They're having a whale of a time. It's 16-0.
I mean, listen. Unfortunately, that felt like a 16-0 game, right? Like, sometimes you have scorelines that don't really justify a game. That was a 16-0 game. Siphon's just, she's just like, yeah, business as usual. Business as usual, mate. What a sick game coming through from Copenhagen Flames as they book themselves a spot in the playoffs of the Pinnacle Cup. Unfortunately for Anonymo, they're just going to have to put that one behind them and come back fighting tomorrow, where they can still stand a chance to get into the playoffs as well. But Trav, I mean, we only had the one game today. I was ready for this, man. You know, was feeling really good coming into this, was set for a long series, wanted to give it my all, but I feel like I've been robbed.
My mother even said to me, I even said to my mother, listen, I might be late for dinner. This game might actually go on quite a long time. This could be exciting. And I'm an hour and a half. I'm an hour and a half early for dinner. So God bless my mother. She's not going to have to worry about making my dinner too late. God bless Copenhagen Flames. It's 16-0. It's the cleanest series you'll ever wish to see. And that, as you say, Hayes, is actually it from us today in pretty crazy fashion. There's confirmation that they'll make it through 3-1 to the playoffs. They're the fifth team to make it through, joining 4 Glory and BLUEJAYS. Impressive 3-0s from them. MOUZNXT and SKADE, and it's Anonymo to drop to the 2-2 bracket.
My God,
they're in for a rough time.
You just look at the names. You look at the names that have been eliminated. Sinners and 00 Nation with the 2-0 and 3 teams. Young Ninjas and Mad Lions, the next teams to be eliminated as well. And look at what tomorrow's games are going to be made up of. You've got Tricked, Game Elysian, Anonymo, Endpoint, Team Finest. Only 3 slots remaining, 6 teams left. And after tomorrow's action, the main Swiss stage will be concluded and we'll be heading into the playoffs, which is where the action really starts to heat up. We even have more teams being invited to that stage as well a bit later on. But Trav, that's all from us today here, from you and me, and from the entire team over at the Pinnacle Cup here as well. We're going to be calling it a day, and we'll be back tomorrow with more fantastic action. Thank you so much for joining us throughout the day. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. Look after yourselves, all the love, and we'll see you tomorrow. But for now, it's good night.
Paying online with AstroPay is really simple. From the merchant site, choose AstroPay as your payment option. Then, type your mobile number, enter the confirmation code, and select your preferred payment method. If you choose to pay with AstroPay Wallet, good for you, select it and you are ready. If you choose another payment option, follow the steps on screen. Your online payment is completed. Get the app in your favorite store or visit us at www.astropay.com.